From charming the whole world with her voice and attaining global fame to losing that same voice people love to hear to a strange disease, this is the heartbreaking story of Linda Ronstadt and how she lost her voice. Linda Ronstadt is a famous music icon who has captivated audiences since the mid-1960s. Throughout her extensive career spanning decades, Linda Ronstadt earned numerous accolades, boasting 11 Grammy Awards, 2 Academy of Country Music Awards, an Emmy, and more. Her music catalog also comprised several music styles like country, Latin, and pop, which helped her curate 4 consecutive platinum albums. Her musical prowess is evident in her multiple gold, platinum, and multi-platinum albums. Linda reached the heights of artistic achievement and took home countless awards, including the National Medal of Arts presented by an admittedly smitten president. The 2013 National Medal of Arts to Linda Ronstadt was for her unique voice and decades of remarkable music. Linda's health issues began in the 2000s when she first noticed a troubling anomaly in her singing ability. She discovered as she sang that only the high notes of her vocal range were audible, with the mid and lower ranges mysteriously absent, depriving her of the true pitch of the notes. Wearing headphones during the recording session, she initially suspected a malfunction with the equipment, which is a reasonable assumption for such a renowned singer like Ronstadt. Little did she know that the actual issue lay with her voice, not the headphones. This revelation came as a shock, as she had no reason to suspect her vocal abilities, being a star singer and globally acclaimed performer. Despite this unexpected challenge, Linda Ronstadt's resilience in the face of health adversity remains a testament to her enduring strength and musical legacy. However, in 2009, her illustrious career faced an unexpected pause due to a mysterious ailment. After consulting various doctors and experts, Linda was diagnosed with progressive supranuclear palsy, a rare condition that shares similarities with Parkinson's. In 2009, Linda Ronstadt faced a pivotal moment as she delivered what she sensed would be her last live performance. Persistent issues with her voice, which worsened progressively, led to a challenging experience where her throat felt constricted and hindered her ability to produce full notes. This health issue later ended her music career. The culmination of her illustrious career took place in San Antonio, and it featured songs from an album of hers called Canciones de mi Padre. The album was meant to be a tribute to her Mexican heritage. However, on stage, the disturbing reality unfolded. She struggled to sing many songs and relied heavily on the mariachi band supporting her, who ended up taking the lead for the majority of the performance. By the end of the night, Linda knew she was done. And that performance at the San Antonio stage marked the final chapter in her extraordinary musical career. After this shocking realization, Linda's journey toward a diagnosis was anything but straightforward. Initially, she attributed her troubles to a pinched nerve and patiently waited for healing. But when the symptoms persisted and intensified, she abandoned this theory. Exploring other possibilities, she considered lingering effects from a soldier surgery she had had and even thought it could be the impact of a tick bite she had received. When the situation reached a critical point, however, she realized that it was necessary for her to consult specialists. Despite her hope for a positive outcome, anticipating perhaps a pinched nerve diagnosis, the reality was different and far from what she had hoped for. The medical experts delivered a much more weightier verdict and pronounced that Linda likely had Parkinson's disease. This revelation understandably left her devastated as she began to confront the challenges of a diagnosis much more severe than she expected. In 2013, Linda Ronstadt took the courage to disclose her diagnosis to the public, and she drew an overwhelming wave of support from friends, family, and millions of fans. Revealing that she had received the diagnosis almost a year earlier, she attributed her inability to sing to the loss of muscle control, a common aspect of Parkinson's disease. However, the trajectory of Linda's diagnosis took an unexpected turn 6 years later. In 2019, as doctors gathered more data, they revised their initial diagnosis, stating that she actually had progressive supranuclear palsy, PSP, not Parkinson's. Progressive supranuclear palsy is a degenerative brain disease closely related to Parkinson's, manifesting similar symptoms such as difficulty moving the eyes, loss of balance, and cognitive impairment. Similar to Parkinson's, there is currently no known cure for PSP. This rare condition affects approximately 6 individuals per 100,000 and involves the gradual erosion of specific brain regions. The precise cause of PSP remains unidentified, though scientists have linked it to an excess of a specific protein, tau protein, in the brain. Although a cure for PSP remains elusive, the medication used for Parkinson's has shown efficacy in slowing down the progression of PSP over time. Living with progressive supranuclear palsy, PSP, has gone beyond affecting Linda Ronstadt's singing. Because of her new issues with motor control, she now has trouble with even basic everyday activities. The disease significantly limited her movement, speed, and dexterity, presenting challenges in even the most basic daily activities. In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Ronstadt candidly shared the difficulties she faces, and she emphasized that tasks often taken for granted, such as showering or brushing teeth, have become quite challenging for her due to her inability to move normally. Despite these obstacles, Ronstadt remains resilient. She compares this phase of her life to that of a toddler, highlighting the need to relearn basic activities from scratch due to impaired normal movement. The impairment of normal movement requires her to devise new and creative approaches to accomplish what was once routine. She said that, in particular, eating was one of the hardest challenges to relearn. But she reported that if you give yourself time, work hard, and are patient, you can essentially create a new map of your brain that will allow you to relearn and accomplish these basic activities. When asked about her daily routine and whether she still sings, she responds, "Well, I do a lot of reading. I can't do a lot of things that are active. I can't spend very much time on my feet or even very much time sitting up. I have to kind of lounge around. But I'm lazy, so it's a good thing that I lounge, so I'm glad to have the leisure time. I have a huge stack of books that I need to read. I can sing in my brain. I sing in my brain all the time, but it's not quite the same as doing it physically. You know, there's a physical feeling, and singing, that's just like skiing down a hill, except better, 'cause I'm not a very good skier." Linda was also a political activist who has always leaned to the left side of the political spectrum. She admitted that due to the diverse political views within her family, singing became a vital tool for navigating family politics and bridging the gap. Although she still has relatives on the opposite side of the political aisle, Linda discovered that engaging in musical harmony provided a way to foster connection during family gatherings. Instead of delving into potentially divisive political discussions, they chose the shared joy of singing, which allowed them to set aside their differences and enjoy each other's company. Unfortunately, with her health challenges restricting her ability to sing, Linda now grapples with the frustration of losing this cherished method of bonding with family members who hold differing political views. The absence of this musical avenue is one of the impacts of her health on not only her musical expression, but also on the familial connections she cherishes. Linda points out that for someone dealing with a degenerative brain disorder, performing repetitive motions like those required in singing becomes exceptionally challenging. In recent years, Ronstadt, mindful of her health, approaches singing cautiously, especially around family members she used to sing with. Despite the changes, she insists on the joy of singing together, though now she prefers humming in the corner rather than being one of the lead vocals. In her current retirement phase, Linda continues to embrace life to the best of her abilities. While the challenges posed by her health are evident, she finds joy in the moments, adapting her participation in activities like singing to suit her current circumstances. Recently, Linda Ronstadt keeps to herself in San Francisco's Seacliff neighborhood, which has a great view of the Golden Gate. There, she continues to enjoy life's simple pleasures amidst the constraints imposed by her health condition, and it's safe to say that she has lived a very successful life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out other videos about beautiful celebrities in history.